Hey, this is Carla Michelle at the Strong Woman's Podcast. How are you? It has been a minute. We have to say that, but I am so happy to have this time. If you missed it, since the last time I've posted a podcast episode, and today we had the Strong Boot Camp. And oh my God, if you did not get to make it, make sure you make it the next time I have it. Not quite sure when I will be doing that again. I'm thinking next year around the same time, April, because we finished the first 3 months of the new year, and it's like giving you just another boost in your arm of what to discover in 2022. So I think that's what I'm not going to say I think. I know that's what I'm going to do in 2022 is go ahead and have that again in April. On a Friday night, we had a DJ, we had some great inspiration and talking, and there was also an opportunity to join me for what I've announced is group coaching, which I have not done. Usually I am more of one-on-one with people, as well as, coaching those in organizations or teams. So this is group coaching for those of you who want to have coaching with me. However, would love to have the opportunity to do it in a group setting. And that is happening September 1st through, it's a 6-week, 90 minutes. You can do that. And if go ahead and visit drcarlainc.com, you will see there how you can sign up. And there is a way to, if payments are needed, you can do that. But if you pay in full, you save $100. So drcarlainc.com, it's strong group coaching, and we're going through strategizing how to use your talents, the benefits of being resilient, optimistic, finding out and digging deeper of how necessary you are, and then using what we've learned in those times to go global, whether it's the world or your world. We have a workbook that's coming along with, will be part of the book, The Strong Woman's Playbook. So I know that you want this, and that's why I'm giving it to you. So go ahead and avail yourself and drcarlainc.com and sign up. If you have any questions, go ahead and you can do it at that time. So here we go. I want to talk to you about how to stay the course. How to stay the course. We are in the second quarter of 2021. And believe it or not, we are coming up on soon. We're going to be halfway through the year. I don't know when you're listening to this, but I'm recording in May. We're going to be halfway through the year. And where are you? How can you stay the course? I just want to give you some tips on a few key things to be aware of as we go through our day-to-day life. It is easy to get off course. I wanted to give it a title of how to remain the captain of your life, or how to not lose your way. These are all the things I came up with that came to me when I was thinking about this, is how to stay the captain. And I think to stay the captain of your life is also such a good title that coincide with staying the course, because sometimes we can lose our place of value as the captain. We can become victims instead of being a captain. So it's important, if you want to stay the course, stay in charge of your life. How do you stay in charge of your life? One is that you just don't hand it over to anything and everything that comes at you. You fight for what is yours and what your intentions are set on. Yes, there's course correction if you have to reevaluate, but you don't give up your place of being the captain of your life. And when you see someone on a ship and who is running the show, they've already plotted out their plans, knowing the destination. They're not just getting into a ship or a boat or a yacht with no end result. So number one, Get your destination in order. Many of you are living life without a destination. You're just going to and fro and whatever comes, and that is not serving you. I'm guessing you're stressed out. I'm guessing that your sleep is sporadic and not as peaceful because you never know what the next day is going to hold. And I'm not saying because you set your intentions, you're going to know everything. No. But at least you know where you're going. At least you know what to look for. At least you know the landmarks that should tell you if you're on your way or on the right track. So set your course. What is your intention? Where is it that you want this yacht to dock at the end of this year or the end of this month or the end of this quarter? Where do you want your ship to dock? Where do you want your life to be? So stay in the captain role. Don't be so easy to hand it over to someone else. Have your say. And that's the second one. Use your voice. Use your voice. Many people will want to come and be a part of what you're doing or not doing or a part of your life, because if you don't have a goal, someone's going to have a goal for you. So use your voice. Speak up. Stop being silent to what doesn't fit you. Stop complaining behind the scenes of what you don't like. Do something about it. Trust yourself. How many opinions do you need to make you feel validated for the decision you know you should make? Trust yourself. Use your voice. Speak up. There's many times where you will think no one's listening. But is it about them listening, or is it about you listening to yourself? We get confused. It is about everyone listening and following. But are you listening and following your voice? This is pause. I'm going to sip some water. Are you listening? Are you responding to your voice? Because if you don't listen, why should anyone else? So, use your voice, speak up, and know when things are not according to the plan and purpose for your life and your intentions. And I'm going to pause there because I know, and I'm going to get on that when we say we continue to learn. That's another point. But right now, let's stay right here because there is adjustments that we make. But first, I need you to listen to your voice. I need you to set your intentions and know where you want to go. And to understand that you have to have an end game in mind, or you're going to be all over the sea. You're going to capsize. You're going to go up against rocks you weren't ready for because you didn't plan the course. So plan your course. Speak up when the course is not going the way you intended. And listen to yourself. Talk to yourself. What part do you play? What part of the leadership in your own life do you play? For leaders out there who have a team and your intentions is for your business or your team to get to a certain space by the end of this quarter, by the end of a month, by the end of the year, are you using your voice with your team? Are you just letting your team just do what they want and call the plays, and you're just kind of like, okay, I see. Or you're just silent, but you're frustrated inside because you're not using your voice to be the leader, to be the captain. Number 2, patience with the process. So you're communicating. So you know the path you're taking. You know the end result. You know the end game here. There is patience with the process. Communicate, lead yourself, lead the team, lead your family, lead with the decisions, and be patient with the process. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your team. Be patient with your children. Be patient with your family. And understand that there is a process on these seas called life. But it is important to understand that you still have to remain the leader, the captain. You still got to know where you're going. You still need to communicate and speak up and use your voice and understand leadership, that you, even if you don't have a team, leadership and leading yourself. But patience with the process. If you're in school, you understand that you don't get the degree when you're in your first semester. There's a process and there's patience that needs to happen. There's things and assignments and testing that you need to do before you complete. There's patience with the process. You can't just go a semester and expect a certification or a degree. You just can't. I know you want to, but you just can't. So is life. You have intention set. You have an end game. There's patience with the process so that it's perfected in the way that you were going. And how do you remain patient in the process? Well, one, what are your tools? What tools do you use? Get your tool belt together. What are your patient tools? How do you remain patient? Prayer, meditation, exercise. That helps with patience. You think exercise? Yes. Because you're burning off that energy and stress that may want to come up, that cortisol that's coming up in your body. And you're burning it off, and helps you with patience. Have some fun while you're waiting. Have some fun. Do good towards others while you're waiting. Think good thoughts. Don't put yourself down. Don't wake up thinking how much you're messing up and no one sees you and they didn't acknowledge you here, or they didn't say anything there, or at the meeting they don't see you. There is a reason for everything. But it always has to do with something in you. So what do you need to work on? Instead of focusing what everyone else is doing or not doing, what do you need to work on during this time? And that's another thing. Another point, continue to learn. I think this is number 4. Continue to learn. Continue to learn yourself. Continue to learn how you are with others. See, you cannot always focus on how others are with you. You need to focus on how you are with others. It's easy to play the victim role. How they're treating you, how they said this to you, how they don't see you, how they came at me. Well, then how did you react? How did you show up? How are you doing when you're confronted with a question, when you're confronted with a concern, when you're asked about a project and to give an update? How are you doing? How are you? Okay? Continue to learn how to use your skills and talents. Just because you're the captain and just because you are on course doesn't mean you don't learn. I'm telling you, I've never interviewed a captain, but I'm sure they're constantly learning while they're at sea. There are things they do know. There are things they do prep for, but I'm sure they're always learning. If they're not learning about the sea, they're learning about themselves with their crew. They're learning about themselves just in life and how they view things differently every time they probably go out to sea. But it's important to continue to learn about yourself, continue to learn how you are with others, continue to learn how to use your skills, how to use your talents in the way that is needed at this time, at this moment, at this day. How you are now towards maybe the end of the year or the into 2022, 2023, 2024. Continue to learn. And that's another thing I want to just drop in here. Ladies and gentlemen, we should be 2021 is in the what do they, I don't know the term, but it's here, pretty much done. That's in the pocket. Complete. Check the box. Where are you in 2022? Where are you in 2023? Especially the business owners, team leaders, even parents. Where are you in 2022, where do you see your family? Where do you see your business? Where do you see your team? Where do you see yourself? 2021, you've already set your decisions, your goals, your intentions. Now we're just staying the course. Now we're remaining the leader during this time. Also, we need to have vision for 2022, 2023, 2024. Where do you see yourself? Okay, that's just a drop. Another one, I think this would be for 5, track your progress. How do you stay on the course? How do you stay on course? How do you remain the captain of your life? How do you not lose your way? Track your progress. Track it. Whether it's through grateful and gratitude, writing down things you're grateful for that you've experienced, tracking your wins. I use Trello with meetings, team meetings, and we track our wins. We put it in there. It's a win. Wins. We love it. And we go back and we can read it and see where we did win. Because sometimes from project to project, task to task, day to day, we forget our wins. I'm telling you, if I asked you to think back yesterday, what did you get a win in? If it wasn't big, you won't recall it. But we are getting wins every day. Sometimes a win is just getting out of the bed. Sometimes a win is not to put stuff that you don't need to be putting in your mind that day, and you decided not to listen to this or talk to that person or do that thing that doesn't serve you. That is a win. Track your progress, because every day you are making progress. You're listening to this podcast. To me, that's a win, because you're getting information that helps you if utilized for the next step. Track your progress. Track your wins. Because that is memory aids that help you. That help you remember what you did. If you look around in any city, many cities, they have memorials of statues of somebody's. He founded this. She did this. These are memory aids so that we do not forget what this person has done. People name streets after their loved ones. If you ever see different Pops Drive, that's somebody's father or grandfather. They call Pops, you know. I've lived on a street called Joshua Court and knew the person who was part of the planning, and it was someone's son that they named that street after. These streets are someone's memory aid that you drive down. Martin Luther King Boulevard. Those are streets. Washington. Those are Lincoln. Those are streets that remind you. So where are your memory aids? Some people use tattoos to remember. I do have tats. I have one on my wrist. It's an African symbol, and it's about the sovereignty of God. And I remember when I got this, it was just to recall how powerful God is in my life and not to forget. I have another one. It's a butterfly. To not forget my freedom and not to hand over who I am and what I am so freely. You know, one thing about butterflies, they're beautiful to admire and they're very difficult to catch. And that is the thing when it came to dysfunctional relationships or things that didn't work for me, to remember to not just be so easy to catch. It doesn't mean that I'm not approachable. It does not mean I'm not vulnerable, but it does give me helps me remember to not slip back into ways that didn't serve me, that I learned as a young girl, that don't work for me as an adult. I have another one that says perfect storm, because I am not perfect, but I am a perfect storm in the sense of the chaos that I could cause. But I always know no weapon formed against me prospers. But I'm not trying to be perfect. I used to. Sometimes I may slip, but then I catch myself. It is not okay to be perfect. It is not okay because there's too much stress, too much pressure. How do I remain the captain of my life? How do I stay the course? I have memory aids to help me remind me of where I want to go and who I am. Because there are rough seas in life. You have to understand your tools to help you stay on course and where you want to go. And learn from life and what life gives you. Life delivers lessons every day if we listen. Life lessons, you want them? Just listen. Just listen. They're there. Just look. They're there. And it's you showing up and not being a victim. And don't pull out so quick when it gets hard. You want to stay the course? This is my last point. Don't pull out so quick when it gets rough. Don't bail. Don't jump overboard. Don't give up on yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't think you're a loser or you don't have it or you're not smart enough. You got to stay. You got to stay the course. You are smart enough. You're not a loser. You're a winner. You're victorious. Every time you show up, that's a victory. Every time you don't back down in what you know is right. And I'm not saying you got to get out there and fight somebody verbally. I'm not saying that you have to be so hardcore that it's just you. What I'm saying is that you are so confident that even if someone doesn't agree with where you want to be or go or doing, you don't have to fight. You just listen to them. Listen. Maybe there's some nuggets in there and you're being so hard, you're missing a lesson to learn. That they may see something that you need to see. But it doesn't mean you lose your confidence. But it also doesn't mean you become so hard-hearted that you're not sensitive enough to absorb what needs to be taken in. That's true harmony. And that's the thing we want in our lives is harmony. Harmony spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, in your business or career, in your relationships. So, how to stay the course, or if you like the title, how to remain the captain of your life, or another one, how to not lose your way. There is no one more powerful than you in your life. I'm going to say that again. There is no one more powerful than you in your life. One more time. There is no one more powerful than you in your life. It's your life. There's no one more powerful than you in your life. You're the one who makes the decisions. You're the one. You could even decide not to decide. That's still a decision. So you can't blame people. Well, they did this and they made me. Well, you still at a point in your life where if that's how you felt, you can change it now. Because that's still not valid. No one is more powerful than you in your life. This is how you stay the course. I hope that you listen to this over and over and over again so you can catch the points and the tips. I do hope you also share with a friend. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not. If you're an Apple podcast listener, go ahead and give this a 5-star rating. That helps us stay in the light of what we're doing here at the Strong Women's Network podcast. This is Carla Michelle. I am so happy that you gave me this opportunity today. If you ever need to reach out to me, please feel free at hello@drcarlainc.com. And if you are interested in coaching, the group coaching is available there as well to sign up. Individual coaching is there. I have great programs to help you stay at the level that you see yourself. Anything mentally that we need to break through, I am your coach. I utilize business with psychotherapy knowledge, and I am happy to be one who works with you and a part of your team. All right, I will see you soon. Once again, stay strategic, use your talents. You know you're resilient. Remain optimistic. Please, 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 please remind yourself how necessary you are. And let's go global with this. All right. Talk to you soon.